Good afternoon, Orange family. Good afternoon to my folks here joining us on this beautiful Friday. Really appreciate it here. I have a good friend of mine and partner of mine, Justin. Justin, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Hi, I'm here to work with New American Funding, and I'm teamed up with the Elite team, Daniel here, and I want to introduce some products that we're offering and some of the buyers out there that I think will be really beneficial and great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have some great stuff for you today. With that, I want to go ahead and start with asking you, Justin, what it is that exactly we're jumping into, seeing the market the way it's going really sideways right now. What is so great about this?
Well, I think the market is it's kind of doing what people have expected, though. What we're starting to notice, though, is a downward trend in rates. They have been high, but they are going down. Now, I wanted to kind of talk about two new products that we are offering. One of them is called NavCash, and another one is called Pathway 100 program. And I think both of these programs are going to help a lot of people get into homes here in 2024.
Okay, great. Yeah, NavCash, that sounds like, I don't know, something extravagant. What's going on with that?
All right, so the way NavCash works is it's a down payment program where you're really not going to have to put anything down. It works where it prevents bidding wars, and it's going to help buyers get into their new home, but we're going to help them. And what I mean by that is if you want a new home, what we're going to do is we're going to front the money to help you buy your new house, so you don't have to worry about selling your current house. Now, as long as you do list it before we go under contract on your new house, we're going to help you get in there.
Wow. So it's like essentially a buy before you sell.
Yes.
That's great. Just with all the stress that sellers have to go on when it comes to showing their property and just in general having to sell their home, it's not an easy process for them, especially for the family. So I can see that really helping them a lot. So they jump into what it is, buying the house. NAF, buys it for them, and then from there, what are the benefits for the seller?
So the benefits for the seller is for the buyer. So the way think of it this way is, as long as the buyer has equity in their current home, what we're going to do is we're going to help them get their new home. Now, the cool part about it is you're going to be able to move into your new home, which is going to free up your old house so that the agent, Daniel here, he's going to get it staged where he's going to help you get it sold, but you're also going to be living in your new house. I think that's going to be one of the real biggest things for this product, is it just helps those buyers get into the new home faster. Absolutely.
It really reduces a lot more stress that people typically have to go with when you go about selling your home and buying it at the same time. You really have to make sure that the time frames are very punctual, right? And then if you're going resale, it's even more important that you're crucial with your timeline, right? Right. So with that, that's amazing. What is it that someone needs to really jump into one of these programs?
To get into the NavCash program, it's a couple of things. Is you want to have a credit score of at least 620. Okay? And as long as you have a 620, we're also going to look at your debt to income ratio. The way your debt to income ratio is, as long as it's 45 or below, then you're going to be able to get into this new home.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to just do a minimal of what exactly is DTI for the first time?
Yeah, so what your debt to income ratio is think of your gross income on your paycheck, what you're receiving, whether you're hourly, salary, is your income, and then we're going to divide that by your debts. And as long as that ratio is 45 or below, that's one of the things that you have to qualify for to be eligible for this NavCash program. But that's the magic number, is you have to have a 620 FICO and a 45% debt to income ratio.
That's great. No, it seems easy, ready to go. Does this work for all properties or property types?
Well, the properties that it does work for is it's going to be a single-family residence only, your primary residence, but we also, on an exception basis, will also consider new construction homes or condominiums.
Oh, wow. Okay. For those condominiums, has to be like a condo, or can't be like a townhouse and a condo type of thing?
Yeah, no, it's an exception basis. We'll look at it, and my team's going to look at it, and we're going to get it approved for you. But I think what it is real good for is just a primary residence, and it's a single-family home. We'll do new construction, potentially some condominiums.
Right. Okay. So you have some options. That's great. From my end, I don't know if you wanted to jump into the FHA 100. Do we have a question?
Yes, we have a question. Does the seller have to agree with the price that they're going to list their house with the program? Is there any specifications about there have to be a price agreement?
So the one thing about the NAP cash program is, like I was saying, is the buyer for the new house that we're going to help get into their new home, that house that they're currently living in has to be listed on MLS. So as long as it's been listed and we know you're going to sell it, you're eligible. It's going to be okay for the product.
So they can list it at any price. It doesn't have to have a requirement.
But the one thing is you're going to have at least 30% in equity in the house that you're leaving in order to purchase this new one.
Okay. That's the only question we had so far.
Right. So that's all about NAP cash. There's a lot more things that we can jump into, but those are the key details that we really want to express to you guys. I know, Justin, you had another program that you wanted to touch on.
Yeah, we have what's the NAP 100 program, and it's just the program that we offer here at New American Funding, where it's 3.5% or 5% down payment assistance, or it's 0 down payment really, and we're going to help create a second lien to help you get into your new home. Now, as long as, again, you have a 620, or you could have a 660 for a manufactured home, we're going to help you get into those houses.
No, that's great. That's great with the manufactured home. I didn't know that. No, that's great. Now, with that, second lien, I'm assuming that it is forgivable, or is there options for that?
So there's two options. So there's a 5-year and a 10-year option. The 5-year, the way it works is, as long as you make your payments for the 5 years, there's no 90-day or greater lates, we're going to forgive it for you. Now, on the 10-year option, it is a second lien that is repayable. Now, you have two options of way to pay it back. You can amortize it over 10 years and pay it back, or you can amortize it over 30 years, but at the 10-year mark, it's going to balloon, and we're going to have to repay that whole second lien. So the two options will be the 5%, the 5 or the 10.
Great. Yeah. Another question that came up to my mind, what kind of makes this like a better choice than conventional like EPA programs with T-Shack and stuff like that?
Well, what makes it beneficial for you is it's in-house. My team of underwriters, closers, my team at New American Funding is going to be in control of the loan. We're going to underwrite it, we're going to close it, and we're just able to stay in control of what's going on with that loan.
Typically, when banks or companies like NAF have control, and if I'm not mistaken, they better offer better rates when it comes down to it at the end of the day, because the loan staying in their hands, they don't have to necessarily go with what the government is saying has to be the interest rate, right? Like T-Shack, for example, you go on the T-Shack website, it'll say what the interest rate is, and that's the interest rate. You can't negotiate that. Am I mistaken in that?
Well, so the interest rate is, it's going to be, it's a New American Funding product. The rate is what we're offering at that time, what's going on in the market. Like I was saying earlier, rates are on a trend going down, but just based on, different things, your credit score, the rate's going to change. So I don't really want to talk about rates.
No. I know we can't talk about rates or the specifications of what the rate is, but typically the rates that you guys offer are better than T-Shack rates is what I'm trying to grasp.
I want to say yes, but there's T-Shack is a good program. I think New American Funding at our program is definitely going to compete with it.
Okay, great. No, yeah. Because as you guys heard it here first, I don't know if we have any questions currently.
Yes. Does the applicants, they need to be a U.S. citizen in order to qualify for those programs?
Yeah, we're going to have U.S. citizens. You can be a non-permanent resident alien or a resident alien. But yes, we have to be a citizen.
Okay. That was the question we had.
I don't know if you have any other points to touch on. I think we touched on everything.
I feel like we did.
Yeah. Remember, guys, at the end of the day, it's all about who you know and what you know, but more importantly, who you know. Why I say that? Because we're here to help. At the end of the day, it's all we're here to help and work for you, be at your service. And again, this is, you want to go ahead.
Again, it's Justin. I work with New American Funding, teamed up with eLit, and I look forward to doing business with you. Give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call. Justin, you want to go ahead and give the folks your number?
Yeah, number is 512-653-2652. I look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, guys, you heard it here first. Thank you for participating with us today. We hope to hear from you guys. Remember that if you have any questions, or comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And you guys take care.
Thank you.